Hello there, my name's Simon Saunders and I'm the chairman of the Small Cell Forum, formerly the Femto Forum. Small Cell Forum is the independent industry association that works worldwide to enable and promote the opportunities coming from small cells of all types. As the Femto Forum, over the last 5 years, we worked on enabling femto cells, which are increasingly available commercially around the world. In fact, we marked yesterday that there are now 41 commercial deployments of femto cells, and within hours that was out of date as the total rose to 43 deployments. And altogether that accounts for about 3.8 million devices, bringing great coverage and capacity to homes and small offices around the world. But building on that success, we've broadened our activities to include a wider range of cells under the umbrella term of small cells. Pico cells, microcells, metro cells, meadow cells, different types of cell that fit with different places, bigger offices, large public spaces, remote villages, busy urban city centres. You name it, we're covering them today. And in doing that, what we're doing is building an industry, an ecosystem that comes together and makes small cells work to meet the onslaught of global mobile data demand, to meet the increasing desire amongst consumers that their mobile devices just work really well wherever they go at high speed and reliably, and to build mobile operators' aspirations around continuing to support that data and to do it cost effectively. So we're here this week at the Small Cells World Summit. It's an event that we support exclusively amongst small cells events. It's really the premier event in the small cells calendar. Last week we had our own internal meeting of our many members in Manchester. Our members today comprise 67 mobile operators who between them have nearly 3 billion mobile subscribers, which is nearly half of the world's total. We also have 76 vendors of all aspects of the technology. What we were debating last week is what were the hot topics, what did we need to do to address operators' needs, what exactly are operators' needs as 3G small cells proliferate and as they move on into the world of LTE small cells. And we're seeing the outcomes of those discussions mirrored and communicated this week at this event, which has been incredibly interesting, hearing operators' real-world experiences of deploying small cells, which we're spreading amongst the community, hearing some of the themes we're working on to make sure small cells are open and interoperable amongst different vendors for different environments, making sure that small cells cater for a multi-technology environment of 3G and LTE and Wi-Fi and all combinations of those, and making sure we can get the very best from it. There are glittering prizes out there, as it were. The expectation that we get from analyst forecasts, a market report we published yesterday, is that by the end of 2012 there will already be 6.4 million small cells in action in real networks around the world. And at that point, that will exceed the 6 million conventional macro cells that are out there. And if we keep that momentum going, by 2016, there'll be over 90 million small cells. A lot of challenges and hurdles in various parts of the ecosystem to achieve those numbers. And the forum is here to make sure that those numbers and potentially much more can actually be achieved to the benefit of operators and mobile customers alike. Well, I think, so first of all, we've changed. We've become Small Cell Forum. The event itself has become Small Cell World Summit. What is also changing is the universality of interest in this amongst operators. So there are a growing number of operators that are extremely enthusiastic about femto cells. But when we talk about small cells with operators, I find that it's near impossible to find an operator that doesn't have small cells on their roadmap somewhere. So it's become a universal conversation, and there's something there for everybody. That's broadened participation in the event. It's increased the diversity of players. So I mentioned small cell backhaul as a hot topic. We now have backhaul providers of all shades coming along into the discussion. We have vendors large and small engaged in the discussion. across a wide range of environments, and we have a wider range of geographies with operators from Latin America, from the Middle East, from Africa, from a wide range of very interesting markets, alongside the 9 out of the top 10 operator groups by revenue that have already deployed this technology. Small cells in more varieties. I think our job now is really to differentiate what is fundamentally the same underlying technology and philosophy that putting the infrastructure near to a user delivers a better experience for everybody, but the way it's delivered has to be variegated amongst the environment. So if I deploy a femtocell myself in my home, that's one case, but if an operator has to deploy a small cell on a lamppost in the middle of London, that's a completely different environment for the technology to work in. So our work is about making sure it can be appropriately applied to those places, about keeping the technology open, about keeping it multi-technology. And I think those will be big themes for us this time next year.